What's going on, everybody? Trev Wilson here. Welcome back to the Bourbon Ridge. Today we have another bottle review. We are going to be testing out the hype behind James E. Pepper Decanter bottle. This thing's been getting a lot of crazy hype behind it, and with all things that are super hyped, we want to put that to the test. We want to see that for ourselves, okay? So that's what we're gonna do today. James E. Pepper Decanter bottle. So, James E. Pepper Decanter bottle comes in a nice decanter, hence the name. It is barrel proof at 53.8%, which is a pretty low. That's 107 for a barrel proof. That's pretty crazy. They put it in barrel entry proofs lower so it doesn't go up as high. I kind of like that though. As I'm kind of gone full circle, I'm swinging back into the 100 to 115 proof range. Just hits my sweet spot. So to find a cask strength at 107 is pretty crazy. Definitely a little more unique. On the website, it doesn't say on the bottle any sort of age, but they say it's a blend of whiskeys, some of their older stock, with an average age of 5.5 years old. And the price cost me around $65. So let's smell it, taste it, and if you should go push people down in the store for this $65 bottle of bourbon whiskey on the nose. Very sweet, very layered. I would say that's the first thing, the first sniff you get from this. My brain went straight to, dang, that's 5.5 years old. That's pretty crazy. That's pretty dang complex for an average age of 5.5. There's probably older stuff in there, but if the average comes down to 5.5, that's, you know, younger, older stuff in there. Most of it's 5.5. That's impressive for how complex this is on the nose. Tons of sweet, fruity notes, a lot of the cherry notes that are in there, kind of like a sweet cherry, sweet apple kind of thing going on. A decent amount of some leathery, oaky bits in there. There's just a lot going on. It's very inviting. That's what you get to for being non-chill filtered. You know what I'm saying? Non-chill filter everything, people. But it really keeps in a lot of stuff going on. And to their credit, probably some really good whiskey blenders putting stuff together, create something unique. So let's taste it. It kind of translates over to the palate too. You get a lot of sweetness kind of on the side of your tongues. That it's more, to me, a little more. Some of the cherry notes, though, to me, kind of have switched over to more citrusy notes, appley notes, but fruity. There's like a fruitiness very prevalent up front, and then as it goes kind of back of your palates where you're getting some of the darker, like a roasted, some sort of roasted nut, your vanilla, classic bourbon note. The oak is there too. For being 5.5 years, it's getting a lot of the barrel notes in there too. Let's go back into it. It's very inviting and full of flavor, and for being 107 proof, you know, it's not overly aggressive. It's super easy to drink, very enjoyable, and non-chill filtered and cask strength at such a low, easy proof is just a wonderful combination to me, where I'm getting the best of both worlds. I'm getting full flavored bourbon, and I'm getting it to where I can just casually enjoy it. You know what I'm saying? Now, the second time I went back into it, some of the sweeter fruit notes they're not as prevalent, but what is like this toasting oakiness. Not bitter, but you're getting more of the like nutmegs, walnut, almond. I'm just making stuff up at this point. Barrelly influenced things. Okay, so think of that. It's very nice. It's just a solid pour. I mean, oh, it's just a solid pour. I mean, there's no two ways about it. I think the pros, again, go back to their lower entry proof. When it comes out at barrel proof, it's pretty low. I think 107 is perfect proof, to be honest. I'm kind of over the days of 130 plus everything. This is casual sipping, yet the flavors are very complex and they deliver, okay? Now, to address the elephant in the room, people freaking out and going and clearing the shelves over this. I mean, come on, people. It's $65 and it's worth every bit of it. I'm not gonna tell you. This is great. I really like it. I just think this is something that, you know, if you need another bottle and you walk by it and you're like, hey, I have the budget to get a new bottle, it's definitely worth getting for your collection. You know, I don't think this is one of those bottles that you're gonna drink and be like, oh my God, like I have to go buy 3 more of those right now. Come on now, buy you one, drink it, enjoy it, and if you want another one, go get it. I guess that's just the way it goes though. You put out a good word on something, everyone goes and freaks out and oh my God, and I gotta get it. And I just wanna tell you guys, don't panic, okay? This isn't the second coming of Christ, okay? We're gonna be okay. Is this the best thing I've ever had? No, it's not. Is it really good? Yeah, it is. It's every bit of $65 good, and I'm happy to buy it at that price, and it should be there every time you walk by. Oh, hey, I need a James E. Pepper. There you go. I'm hoping that this craze, you know, I've noticed it here too, and clearly others, that's what sparked this whole thing, was that they went to go pick one up and the shelves were wiped clean after it had been sitting there for months. So hopefully this initial rush of, oh my God, I have to get that, it's the best thing ever, and then they get it and they realize, oh yeah, I really like that. And that's it. That's the end of the story. There's no more panic. All right, final thoughts. And I'm gonna give it, you know, my hype, and then I'm gonna remind you to not panic. I think this bottle just goes to show you people who care about making whiskey can make good whiskey, okay? I think back in the day, we'd crack open Dusties and you're like, why was it so good back then? And I think it's because they cared about making a good product because that's what sells. Versus today, it's what kind of word that rhymes with allocated, limited edition, rare. What kind of crap can we put on our bottle and it's gonna sell? It doesn't matter what we put in it. We can piss in a bottle. It's limited, rare edition. I think this is a great blended mix of whiskeys, done right, at a very easy, approachable proof, non-chill filtered, and it's really good. And if I think they keep doing stuff like this, I see a very bright future for them. So yeah, full praise to those guys for making something really good at a great price. Don't panic, people, okay? Don't go and push people down for this at your local store. I just think if you are in the market to get a new bottle, definitely worth picking one of these up. Just don't overdo it. Do not overdo this. It's whiskey. It's a bourbon. So there we have it. James E. Pepper Decanter bottle. Hope you enjoyed the video. Hope you're not panicking. Hope you're not freaking out. Leave a like, subscribe, comment down below what you think of super hyped bottles, what you think of this bottle. Let me know what you think of these Bourbon Ranch Kinsey glasses and these super cool Into the AM t-shirts, which you can find out more by the links in the description. Let me know what you think about buying exclusive Bourbon Ranch barrel picks. You can find out about those down in the description. And until next time, I'm Trev Wilson. I will see you guys in the next video. As I'm getting into things, but I like that. The more I'm kind of going through this whiskey journey, I've kind of gone full circle. But I kind of like that. I like, but I kind of like that. I like, but I kind of dig that. The more holy crap.